Hey guys, Sidekick here, and like I said last week in Mario Kart, I am going to be starting doing reviews and stuff, and this is my test run of reviews. So enjoy and stuff. Anyway, what am I going to be reviewing today? Today I'm going to be reviewing Daredevil, and that is the TV series that Netflix is doing. That they just recently, I think, released their second series, and I have been binge watching the crap out of the show. So that's what's been happening with that. Basically, I can't guarantee that you're gonna see anything besides my ugly mug and just hear me talking for a while. But I plan to learn some stuff from a good friend Ace the Gamer Dude sometime here soon. Um, But let's get into Daredevil. Let's start with the comics and what I know about the comics. What I know about the comics is very little. The only comic even involving Daredevil that I've even read is most of the Civil War series. So that's pretty much my knowledge on Daredevil from the comics. But people have informed me and stuff. If you don't know who Daredevil is, he is a blind superhero, which is very cool to start. And what I believe it is that his hearing is extra heightened, so he can use that to do immense amount of things. He can hear people's heartbeats. He can hear things from miles away. He can basically hear things all throughout Hell's Kitchen, which is where Daredevil takes place. Anyway, I was gonna say something, and now I've blanked. Let's start with Season 1. Season 1 was pretty cool. It was basically him, that is Daredevil, first sort of going and doing his vigilante thing against Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. And that was okay. It was just him learning his stuff, and you met some characters and stuff, but no one that really stuck out besides Foggy Nelson and Karen Page, who are kind of like his partners in his undercover job as Matt Murdock, Ace Attorney. That's not a thing, but he is an attorney. Matt Murdock is his secret identity and all that stuff. So that's that. But what I really wanted to talk about was Season 2. And in Season 2, we met Elektra and we met Punisher. Now, Elektra I know of, and Punisher I know of, but I've never really seen Punisher brought to screen before. I know there was a movie a while ago that had Punisher in it, that was The Punisher. It was about Punisher. But I didn't really know a lot about Punisher, again, besides what I've heard about him from the comics, which, again, all I've read with Punisher was the Civil War series. And if I do any more of this sort of Marvel or DC stuff, know that I don't read that many comics, but I know heroes pretty well, I'd have to say. From games to movies to games to movies to games to movies. Yeah, lots of games and lots of movies. Getting off topic, Punisher and Elektra both play a big role in this. If you guys don't know who Elektra is, or Punisher, because I guess I didn't really know who Punisher was till after I knew who Elektra was. But Punisher is basically an ex-military man whose family was murdered right in front of him, and now he cleans up the streets using guns, which is against Daredevil's whole thing, and that really causes conflict between them in this series. In the end, they do end up working together to take down people, and Punisher has to learn to deal with Daredevil's ways, and Daredevil has to learn to deal with Punisher's ways, and they both kind of have a mutual respect that don't really agree with the way that the other does things. So that's that. Elektra, on the other hand, the way she's introduced in this series is that she is an old friend of Matt's, and we find out later that there's more to this. I'm trying not to spoil too much. In this, everything that I'm explaining happens pretty early on, or is kind of implied right away. She's introduced as an old friend of Matt's, and it turns out that she has an alternate agenda for being there. It's really hard to do this while trying not to give things away. And there's and neither the Punisher or Elektra is really the bad guy in this. They both sort of have their battles with Daredevil, but neither of them really have neither of them are really like an enemy of Daredevil per se. The real enemy is a group that is led by a guy Nobu, something along those lines somewhere, and he's from the first season, where he was originally part of Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin's big team of like people since Kingpin ran everything, like as far as like the drug trade and all that stuff. And Nobu was in charge of a lot of stuff that was sort of really bad. And it turns out that he's the leader of a group of like ninja assassins who are like, well, I mean, by the end of the series they do. Well, no, can't say that. That's giving a lot away. All right. Well, you learn by the end of the series that they have done something, and oh man, at the very end of the series, it's so cool. I really recommend that you watch it for yourself. If you haven't watched it at all, definitely watch the first season first, and then go to the second season, because Daredevil mentions something that if you don't watch the first season, you won't understand. You probably won't understand Wilson Fisk, because you do see Wilson Fisk in the second season, and characters that are affiliated with him are mentioned that you just won't understand if you don't watch the first season. And there's other characters like friends of Matt and, well, Daredevil, I should say, who know him from the first season that are back. Just stuff like that. Another series you need to watch to understand things is Jessica Jones. That is, she's the second member of the Defenders, which is a group that consists of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and another character that you meet in Jessica Jones that are part of a group called the Defenders. And I believe we've actually met the fourth member, but I can't be certain because Daredevil sort of, from what I know about this character from the comics and movies and TV series, his name, like his secret identity. That's the word. His secret identity name has been mentioned, and the character that had this name looked a lot like what I imagine this character would look like based off what I've seen in the comics and stuff. Or not comics. TV series. That's the yeah. So I believe that's there, but I don't want to say for sure because, yeah. And I mean, nothing was really concrete about this character but I know that this character is supposed to be coming up. Please, if you know who I'm talking about, don't spoil it for people who don't know. But I believe this character was introduced to us. Anyway, yeah, Daredevil, I mean, in my opinion, very good, very, very... It's definitely a show that I would recommend maybe having a little bit of... using a little bit of caution about when watching it. It is a show where a man goes around and beats people with his bare fists and then later a billy club. And there's a lot of killing, a lot of bloodiness, a lot of stuff that you just don't want to deal with. I mean, it's very not PG. I would probably rate it PG-13, closer to R rating. Just because of what goes on in the show. I don't actually know what it's rated. I should probably look into that and, put it in the thing for this video. Anyway, yeah, that's the stuff that happens on the hero side of it. I would really say that, on the other side of it, it's really just issues with Matt and trying to deal with it and trying to deal with the people who know about his secret but are helping him keep it, or people who don't know about his secret and trying to explain things away to them. There's really only one main character in this series right now who I think doesn't... I mean, like, when I say main characters, I mean, like, let me see if I can name off all the main characters. There's, in my opinion, in this season, there's Matt, Foggy, Karen Page, Punisher, Elektra, the nurse lady, I can't remember her name. She's not even in a whole lot. No, I guess I wouldn't count her. I guess those five, and then, well, there's Stick, who you meet in the first season again, so you need to go and watch the first season to understand his whole thing. And then there's the bad guy, I don't even remember. What would I give it on a scale of 1 to 10? Daredevil. I'd say that there are definitely parts that I was getting bored about. That is, like, the whole thing that when Frank Castle, who is Punisher, is finally caught, there's the whole trial thing with him. There's this whole trial thing with him and Foggy and Matt trying to represent him in court and all that stuff. So I would definitely say I'd give this show 8 out of 10. There are definitely some parts that can be hard to understand, and definitely some parts that maybe you wouldn't want your kids to see. But I would definitely say it's a good show. So tell me what you guys think of this. If you enjoy it at all. I really want your feedback on this because, like I said, this is a test run to see how it works out. And tell me if you guys think that this is good, and if not, tell me first of all if you think I just suck at it and should not do it. If I should maybe write scripts for it a little bit more, what I should change and what I should not do, and just how you liked it. So, this looks like a good place to stop, so thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, you can let me know by liking, commenting, and or subscribing. I am sorry there was not a Smashing Sundays this week, but I wanted to give this a try, and I figured why not do it on a day that people are expecting an upload. So, thank you all for watching. I'm going to do this whole thing again. So thank you all for watching. If you like this episode, you can let me know by liking, commenting, and or subscribing. tune in tomorrow when I will either be doing Mario Kart stuff, or I might be trying like another review, maybe a game this time, or a movie, or maybe just, something else video game related. So, thank you all for watching. See you next time. Later.